Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tracy and this is my channel, A World of Stitches. It's Flosstube today. I apologise I didn't do it last weekend. Things have just been emotional. You know when you get talking, my counselling's going good. Really, really good. I think that's part of the problem. It's going too well. So, just going through sort of everything that's happened with my dad and everything. Sort of, we get talking about like things I wish I'd said before he'd gone and whatever, and then that brought up an old issue for me that I thought I've never had counselling for it, but I thought I dealt with it and it was in my past. I didn't need to address it anymore, but as it turns out, I was wrong, way wrong. And it caught me off guard, I will be honest. So the last weekend I really did not have it in me to do a Flosstube. I am seeking further counselling for that. So yeah, I'm not at a point where I feel like I can share the issue. There may come a point where I do, but for right now, I'd rather not. It is what it is. Anyway, so because I've missed a week, I've got plenty to share with you, plenty. I think my stitching, ever since sort of my dad passed away and I've gone past that, I think I'm stitching, because my stitching's gone through the roof. The amount of time I spend on my stitching is phenomenal, but I think I do it to forget, if that makes sense. Even though when I stitch, I'm in my own head, and thoughts are going around your head. So I'm kind of, it isn't working because when I'm stitching, I'm thinking. But anyway, so yeah, I've got lots to share with you. I have decisions that I've made regarding UFOs. I've added another 2 to that list. I'll show you those after. I also have a new pattern that I bought like 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks ago, and that I just, every Flosstube I've kept forgetting to share it and show you. It was not the latest Haid sale, it was the one before. And it's only a small one. It's a mini, but it is ever so cute. So I'll share that with you. I also have a new start, which is the new pattern that I've had. So decisions, new starts and patterns. Yeah, we'll jump straight in with what I've been working on. And I never put them in order again, I've just realised. Never mind. It is what it is. My head's like fried, completely fried. So this might be a bit messy. It is the Lava Dragon, which I bought from Graphitech on Etsy. This is one my eldest son chose. He loves dragons. The fiercer the better, apparently. It's on 25 count, 1/1/4 cross. There will be a picture of where it was last time you saw it, and if I'm clever enough and stop throwing my black thread everywhere, I will be able to do a side-by-side, hopefully. So this is where we're at now. I did 1,336 stitches. This, that reminds me, there's one thing I didn't do. It was Whip Go. It was called, where are we? I've shaded it. Yeah, it is May's Call, number 19, Lava Dragon, 500 stitches. I need to colour that in. That's done, because I did nearly 3 times that. So, yeah, I'm liking it. This, I think, is coming up into the dragon, if I'm right. But yeah, it's a lot of 310, which I don't mind. It saves having to change colour all the time. And I can't remember where I got the fabric from, but it is amazing fabric. So soft. So that's that one. Now they've all fallen. I stood them all up and they've all gone. Right, that one. I'm going to do them in the order I've written down, otherwise I'm just going to get lost. It is this one. Right way up. Get it the right way up this time. Flowers Feed the Soul sampler. Where's my... It is stitched in Sulky, called Iris. It's lots of pinks, blues. Oh, that's actually come up quite well on the screen. Now don't zip it up. I did a further 869 stitches. This time I actually know where I did. I should make a habit of checking, because otherwise you get the wrong information. So 869, and it was all this and I think this half of this. But I know it was at the top. But it looks fabulous. The colours are awesome. Absolutely awesome. And this is on, here we go, I want to say 20 count. Oh no, it's 22 and it's antique white hardanger. I stand corrected. I think you just get that many projects you forget. Hence why I think I'm UFOing some of mine. But it's only the ones that... Where have I put that? Right by my feet. It's only the ones that when I look at them, it's not... When I kind of go through my projects, it's not one that I usually go for. And I haven't touched in quite a while, maybe. I'll show you those after, though. My next one, which I need my tablet for, and I buried it. Oh, dropping things. Because it's on my coffee table. Excuse me, it's on my I haven't even switched my tablet on this morning. That's how behind I am. Anyway, I don't think I've got a printout of the full picture either. Otherwise I could do it that way. This will only take a moment. She says. I'm sure it turns on quicker than this when I want it. Any other time. Here we go. I think it's on a go slow this morning. It is Sunday after all. Okay, don't go too far. Here we go. Sideways. Thank you. Let me just, I'm going to turn that down a bit because my window's right there. It is this one, my Star Wars one, and I'm still up in this corner here trying to finish Liam Neeson. Now don't ask me for his Star Wars character name because I haven't got a clue. Riley would tell you, but I can't. Anyway, I did only, I think I got, oh, my tops fell off. I'll find it after. Only because I think I started it and then got sidetracked. So I only did 319 stitches, but you can tell I've done a lot of filling in. There was like ninja stitches everywhere in his face. So I'm nearly done. Just got to finish it, finish this side, and I want to fill in the corner too before I move over because there's another person right here. I might ask Riley actually where he wants me to go because there's a person underneath him too, and then there's one to the side. So I'll ask him. Who does he want to see next? This is on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And this is what I meant by the tops fell off. This is the one that was actually okay. It's the other one where the red one where it fell off. But for some reason this one's decided to go down the same route. And I've got to find it now because it's down there somewhere. Anyway, my next one. I need you to stay there because I need that on there. There we go. Aha. This one. This is one I said, trust it to be right at the back. I was going to work on, like, lots because I want it finished, because it's been going since 2021, and it's not a massive pattern. It's Roses and Lace by Shannon Christine Designs. If you're new to my channel, this is sort of a piece in honour of my mum, who passed away in 2001. And Shannon Christine actually did these roses in 3 different colours, so you could take a pick: pink, red or yellow. Now my mum's favourite was a yellow rose, so I've obviously changed. Well, I've used her yellow rose pattern rather than the red one. Now, like I said, I was going to try and get this done this year, and I have done, helps if I take it out the hoop, 2,771 stitches on this. And I believe it's all down this one side. So I'll just kind of fold it up for now, because all I've been doing is going down this left-hand side. If I'm correct, I've actually reached the bottom. Turn it a little bit, because that sunlight, even though the sun's not directly coming through the window yet, it hasn't come forward far enough, it's still glaring. So I've also, if I'm correct, finished this and done this. I think. I don't think I had any of this done. But yeah, I've done loads, absolutely loads. So I'll give you the whole thing. So you can tell how wide it is, because I've done the width, and now you can tell how long it's going to be. So you can kind of see how much I've got left to do. I know I'm over 50%. This is on 40 count. Yes, 40 count pearl grey linen. 1/2, because I wanted it to look quite like lace, as it says. Let me just find it and I will let you know how much I have done. 59.96%, so I'm doing okay. I haven't actually touched it in the last week. Maybe 2. I think I just needed a break. Although I was on a really good run with it. Now keep the hoop with it, because I'm going to carry on. Okay, that's Roses and Lace. The next one, move over there. Behave. I know which bag that's in, so I can just grab it. The next one I'm going to show you, this bag's been blooming everywhere. Rose Carn is the artist, and it's called Mini Magic Study Rainbow Version. Which is one of the handful of ones, including the Flowers Feed the Soul sampler, that I am stitching with Paula from Canada, who is one of my subscribers and has become one of my closest friends. This was a restart, because I really didn't like it on the 20 count. I don't think I put when I restarted it in there. It was this year, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and this is where I'm at. I am loving it on 25 count. The 18, I don't know, I wasn't enjoying it whatsoever. So I decided to restart on 25, and I'm enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it. And I did, would help if I tell you, 929 stitches, so it shows that I'm enjoying it now. I can't wait to sort of, because you can see these lines here are like where the ceiling, what do you call them? Them things that hang from the ceiling. Anyway, that's what this line right here is. It's one of those. And they're so colourful. I can't wait to kind of get them filled in. I'll show you what I mean. Look, these hangy things here. That's what I'm on about. So colourful, this piece is. I don't think it has any 310. But I'm so much happier with it. Okay, next. Where have you gone? It's this one. It's called Make a Wish and Take a Bite by Mandy Manzano, charted by Haid. Now I haven't done a massive amount, purely because I was working on the black. Only the black. I just felt like going on a black binge. I don't know what else to call it. But yeah, 25 count 1/1, and I've just been mapping really. I can't remember where it was last time you saw it. I think I've just been filling in, and I only did 378 stitches. You know, being a mum, you kind of pick things up and then you have to put them down because the kids want something. And I think I put it away when I got sidetracked, and I just never came back to it, not sure why. But yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of the black because there is a lot of black on this piece. You've got this black stripe that keeps going up here, and then you've got these two here that keep going up, and then you've got all the leafy bits and stuff. So yeah, only 378, but I will be pulling that one out again, even though I will only work on the black at the moment. I'm enjoying it, that's why I said I'll carry on. The next one, I will try and get through these as quick as possible. It is this one, Little Dove's Year, by Little Dove Designs. Yes. Last time you saw it, I had just finished April. So I won't put up where I was before because these three are done and so was April. So anything I've done now is in May's. Excuse me. I've zipped it up just because it's currently out. I'm currently working on it. It's on 14 count grey Ada, and I did 865 stitches, and this was just yesterday, and it was all of that. So this is April, so everything I've done since the last time you saw it is here, and it's 865 stitches, and it's looking awesome. Where's my bit of paper? I can show you, mate, because I'm not showing you the entire pattern, am I? So that's what I've got to do. So all I've done is the border, this band, and the green leaves going across the bottom. So you can see I've still got quite a bit more to do. But I just bombed this out yesterday. I was in such a stitching mood, as I have been a lot lately, which I'm enjoying, and I'm taking advantage of that, you know, try and get as much done as you can. But yeah, let me just pop that off. You can't, oh, you can see quite well actually. So we're in the 5th month, so I'm stitching the 5th one. And then I might just, I have thought about doing all the borders, so then all I've got to do is the filling in as I kind of move to the next month, because that border can be quite annoying. But yeah, that's staying over there because I'm getting that out again after. You stay there with that. All right then. Right. This next one, it is the new pattern I was talking about that I bought a few weeks ago, but for whatever reason I never remembered to. I'd always remember after I turned the camera off, and I thought I'm not even gonna, I'll do it next time, and then next Flosstube exactly the same again. So I wrote it down when it came into my head the other day because I thought I really want to start this now. It is this one by Randall Spangler, charted by Haid, Mini Midnight Munchies. Super cute. So that's the new pattern, which brings me to my new start, which I've buried. I could have shown you here, I've got the picture. I can show it you without the glare. What I actually did was I printed off theirs, but it's such a small picture, so I zoomed in, screenshot it and printed off the bigger one. Okay, this one got 825 stitches. It's on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and this is where I'm at. So I'm in the top left corner, all the leaves. So everything you see is everything I've done in this last week, I think. I like a new start because it's a kind of pick-me-up. And I think the way things have been lately, I needed that. So I figured, you know what, just get on with it. And I did. So this is the top of the clock. And this is what's the fabric that was left over from my my big World of Disney piece that I decided I wasn't going to do anymore because my other two were not more important. That sounds bad, but I wanted to work on those more than I did that. And I don't think it helped the fact that there were 200 and some odd colours in it. I will never ever do a max colour because if that's what it's like, it's not for me. This next one, it should have had more work than it has. But I went through my spare threads. I've got a massive bag because I used to kit up all my projects, and I've recently changed my mind. I have my master set of threads right here, and then any spare I've got a massive bag over there full of. So I was trying to find all the threads I need for this one in the spares, just so I don't have to keep going through there. And it actually made me realise that although I have all the colours in there, there's colours I don't have in there as backup for these, so I've got to go and get some. Anyway, is this one, the penguin stocking, which will be for my granddaughter, Meadow. Like I said, I haven't done as much as I should have done, really. But with my brain being in overdrive at the moment, I've been having lots of thoughts about other things. I'm going to be honest. Oh no, actually I do know it's there. I was going to say I don't remember where I worked, but I do. Ow, that was attached. 14 count, 2/1 full cross, and it's all this grey still, this dark grey that was around the penguin. I just figured carry on and finish the dark grey. Like I said, I only did, that hurt, 181 stitches. I had a hair in my mouth and I pulled it and it was attached to my head. Yeah, so only 181. Not a lot, but it should be further along by now, to be fair, because we're already 5 months into the year and Christmas is only like 7 months away again. I don't even know where these days, weeks and months are going. Anyway, that's where it's at. Which way? There we go. It needs to be finished for Christmas. I'll share what my thoughts were after Mickey's coffee. Next. This also refers back to me having a 310 binge. It's Mickey's coffee. Love this one. Absolutely love it. And it's really small. It should be like way further along than it is now because I started it, don't bend, 2022, this month actually, in 2022, so it's been 3 years this month. And this is another one that's had a really good amount done on it because it was easy. With the 310 it was so easy, and you can actually see how wide it's going to be, which also shows you how small it's going to be, and it should be further on by now. I did 1,663 stitches. I believe it's 25 count. I've just chucked it in there. 25 count cream even weave and 1,663 stitches. And it's all in black. So if I'm correct, I don't think I had any of that good morning done. Did I? Didn't I? But I do know I had to put in the markers just to make sure that I was counting correctly. I did all of that, and I did the outline of part of Mickey's ears and then started filling it in right here. So this is his one ear, this is his other one, and then his face comes out round there. So all 1,600 stitches in black. I believe I also did some of this and that. So yeah, this is how small it is actually going to be. I mean, you know, it should be way further along than it is already. But it probably will get some more work because I'm loving it. And my stitching bug is still going. So my next one, I don't mind working on this one, it's just intense. Yeah, that's the last one. It is this one. It's called Words to Live by Tiny Modernist. And I started in the middle. And I'm still on the middle. And I did, because I'm still counting even though it's paper pattern, 376. There will be a picture of where it was the last time you saw it. And this is where we're at now. I apologise for the hoop marks. But last time I spoke to you, do you remember me saying about little things mark the fabric? Yeah, even the hoop apparently. But if you just give it a quick rub, it comes off. This is 14 count Black Ada. And I think it's all this dark yellow I've done. Because I only stuck to one colour. I'm pretty sure. So ignore how dirty my fabric looks. It's just literally things that have touched it. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. If you've got like dry skin, dry hands or something, you were to do that, it would just show up so bad on there. But yeah. But thankfully I've been taking quite good care of my hands, so it's not from me, it's from the hoop. Usually get a piece of fabric and rub it. See? Yeah. So, black's not perhaps the best to work on, but I'd always make sure you've got clean and creamed hands, not dry. Anyway, my last one is this one. Now this one had the least amount of stitches out of all of them. It's my Freddy piece. And I'll be honest, I can't remember where it came from. I only did an extra 98 because it was just I had a window, let's say, of, I don't know, half an hour or something before I had to get tea done. And I didn't know what to work on, so I'll just pick this up real quick because it usually stays in the hoop. And this is where I'm at. I did only 98 stitches. Like I said, I had a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour window before I did tea. And I just thought, I'll get this out. Dark blue, if I'm correct. Hold on. It might have been up here. I know it was a dark blue I was doing. This is 14 count, so it's 2 over 1 full cross. And you can so tell his hand. But yeah, it's a lot of the dark blue. 823, I think. And I was going to jump over and do it down here as well. Take it as far as I can down here. This should be a bit further along as well, to be honest, because I want this up there. And he currently sits in my Pac-Man bag. I love this bag. Anyway, that's those. I'm not going to bounce another one on there because they're all going to fall. Anyway, that is it regarding my stitching. Oh, do you know what? I've been doing Ali's blanket as well, but it stays upstairs because I do that over night time when I go to bed. They say you shouldn't do anything like stimulating in the bedroom, but what these people don't realise is that my stitching, my knitting is the most relaxing thing I can do. And I have no issues falling asleep. Anyway, back to my whip go. I'm just trying to look in the camera where it's gone. Lava Dragon, what was the other one? Oh yeah, Lava Dragon, which I've done. But it also called Roses and Lace. So I've got 500 stitches to put in on there, which will not be a problem because I'm loving it at the moment. So it won't be long before blooming June's numbers are called. I don't mind. I think this is the first time I've ever done it and stuck at it. So obviously the goals I've set are perfect for me. So next year I will bear that in mind. I may increase the stitches a little, maybe 700, 750. We'll see. You know, things might go downhill for me from now. You know, yeah. It sounds weird to say that things are going to go downhill. They've not exactly been brilliant now, but my stitching has been up here. But I think it's because of those, you know, the things I've got going on. I think I focus on my stitching to try and, I don't want to say escape it, but maybe for a little while, you know. Oh, my glasses do my head in. Anyway, the UFOs. I have two. I keep going through the box and think, I don't really want to get rid of that one. But then I think, when's the last time I actually touched it, or I actually wanted to touch it? And I couldn't answer that question, so that made the decision for me. So let me just drop that down there. The first one, hold on, it's on the floor. And I am not the best at bending. As sad as it is, I do love this pattern. But I don't see myself getting it out and wanting to work on it. So, this is it. It is Little Dove Designs Follow the Yellow Brick Road. So that is going to be a UFO. This, I don't even remember what fabric this is. I know I'm doing 2/2. Is it 28 count? It could be. I haven't got it written down on here, but this is where I left it. And there's just no desire to pull it out, work on it, get it finished. Yeah. So, I'm not going to unpick that. There's just no point. Decisions what to do with it. I'm not going to promise, but I may give this away. Let's see how it goes. But if I do, all the threads are there that are needed for it. So if I decide to give this away, I will let you know. Because I'm not just going to go and give it away somewhere else. I'm obviously going to give it to one of you guys. Yeah, just, I'll let you know when. And then the second one, why do I put things on the floor? Is this one. I love the pattern. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I think part of it for me is the colours. See, the picture they gave with it, it's absolutely shocking, so I went on the website and printed out another one. But part of it for me, I think, is just the colours. This is what I had done so far. Actually, it's not too bad. It is 14 count, and it's not stamped, as you can tell. And I gridded it because these number things at the side were not matching up whatsoever. So it's a good job I didn't follow those. So I gridded it all. No, I didn't grid it all. I just grid where I was working. Hey. So this may be a giveaway too, if anybody, you know. Obviously, I will take it out of my project bag before I send it to you, but I will put it in something that would protect it in the post. Just give me, I don't know, a couple of weeks, because my brain's just dealing with its own stuff at the minute. Get off. There we go. I'll put that down there. I'll deal with it in my next Flosstube video in 2 weeks' time, praying that it is 2 weeks' time, because you never blink and know. And the way things have been going lately, it's been really, yeah, hard. What else was there? I've done the new pattern. I've done the UFOs. My new start. I will have to try and remember to... pandemic. My pandemic. I knew. I've been... I won't say like a crazy person these past couple of weeks, but I have been. It's just been... I think stitching and knitting and whatever has kept my mind busy. So, I did another... 13 rows. Give me a second. It sure is. Oh yeah. I've been... Do you remember me saying about me logging all my stitches and counting them all every month so I could get an idea of how many I do? I counted April's stitches the other day, and oh my gosh, it's my best month yet. 22,124 stitches just in April. Shocking. Anyway, this is my knitting. If you're new, yes, it is a cross-stitch pattern. I saw someone else start one. She only did it one-sided. And then I started looking it up on YouTube, and I found somebody else who was doing a double-sided knitting. So you knit them both at the same time, and they're joined. And I thought, do you know what? I've really got to do that. And I did. I really, really did. Let's take the balls off, otherwise I'm not going to be able to open it. Yeah, anyway, I did 13 rows this past week, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I've got wool everywhere. So if I just kind of 13 rows, so from about there up, so maybe the bottom of here somewhere, but oh, soon it's going to be too big to fit it all in the camera. Where'd you go? No, behave. Flip that round. Hopefully it doesn't come off my needle. I need some needle ends so that I don't lose my stitches. I did that the other day. Oh my gosh, there was about 6 or 7 of them all fell off, and because you're working both sides, you get your knit stitches which sit near you, and then your purl stitches sit backwards, and you're trying to catch them all. It was a nightmare, so that's where I'm up to now. I do need some needle ends. It keeps catching in my fabric too, which was frustrating. I actually can't see right now. I'm hoping you can. Yep, so that's that side, and then if you flip it around, you've got the same on the other side, but the negative version. So the background's black here, the background's white here. So now we'll go back again and see it all in opposite. I'll hold on to that needle now. It is looking fantastic, and it is so thick. It's going to be nice in the winter. I think you can see it. Yep. Anyway, these, is it here I can see it? Yeah, my initials down there in the white, the T and the H. Some more initials popped up, and I'm so glad I spotted them last minute. Now I've got to find them. So I changed them as well. There they are. But they're back to front on your side. H and T. T and H. Yeah, so I spotted them last minute and changed it. Look at this little guy here. I kept staring at him when I was when I'd folded it all up and put it on there. It was him that was staring at me, and I thought, how cute. I didn't even realise, which you don't. Same when you're knitting. As you're working it, you don't realise what you're working on until later on you kind of step back and then you look and you think, oh my God. And that's exactly what he did for me. How awesomely cute. And then we've got him in the reverse on the other side, so he's white on this side. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to get that video done this week. Like I said, things have just been really nuts for me. I am working on those problems. My counsellor kind of said, you know, when you've got these things that you ignore and you put them in a little box in the back of your head, he says 9 times out of 10 they come back to bite you later on, and then what you thought was a gentle river, as he put it, then becomes this whirlpool, and you're struggling harder and harder to try and stay afloat. And that then prompted me to deal with the other issue that I thought I was okay with. The only people that know are the people that live in this house right now, and obviously my brother and sister. It was my dad too. I think losing him kind of, it's really weird, but when I was talking to my counsellor, he said, how's this week been? And I said, sorry, I'm just tidying up my balls while I talk to you. And I said, well, it's been a bit of a up and down week. He asked why, and I said, because weirdly, I was thinking about things that I wish I'd said before he'd gone, you know? And he asked me, what are the things that I wish I'd said? And then I paused, and he sensed, I think, and he said, look, if you don't want to say it, don't say it. You know, you don't have to tell me. And I said, you know what? But I think I need to, because you need the context of why I wish I'd said what I'm about to tell you I wish I'd said. So I went into detail and I broke down. Now, for me, that's unusual. This thing I've had has been, you know, years. Many, I mean, I'm 47. 36 years I've held it. And I thought, I'm good with it. But then when I was talking to him, I broke down. So I've decided that's an issue that I now need to deal with and finally put to bed. So yeah, it was a hard week for my counselling. I did email him after and apologise for breaking down, but then he tells me off for apologising because that's, you know, the whole idea of the sessions and stuff. And he's sent me another, I don't want to call them a company, what are they? Group to deal with the issue that I need dealing with. I haven't contacted him yet. I'm still a bit, you know, because saying it is different to knowing it in here. If nobody else knows, I don't know how to put it. It's easier if I know and other people don't. For me, not as in. Anyway, rambling now. Right, guys, I'm hoping that is everything. And as soon as I turn this camera off, I'm going to go, oh, do you know what? Because that always happens. But anyway, I will deal with those 2 UFOs in next week's Flosstube, and I will, I think, give them away because it's a shame that they just sit here and don't get worked on. And I don't want to bin them because they've both been started. So next Flosstube, I'll deal with those. Enjoy what's left of your Sunday, guys. Have a fantastic week, whatever you do. But as always, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.